And welcome to the special edition of Extra Time TV. The World Cup is going on, and we just looked at the first game, guys. Qatar took on Ecuador. It was an exciting game. Usually, sometimes first games are kind of dull affairs, but it was 2-0. There was a lot of things going on. So the first thing, let's talk about this, guys. There was a goal that was disallowed. So, James, let's start with you. What do you think about that?
Well, I think obviously we got to see VAR and we got to see the fact his knee to his foot was over the line. I mean, this is the beauty of the game now. We have VAR. We're able to obviously stop and see what's going on. So, I mean, it was offside. Obviously unfortunate, but that's football these days.
Kevin, what do you think?
I agree with James. We have the technology, so I say use it. And it was the right call. I know a lot of fans, well, my social media was saying how much Qatar pay for that, but it was the right decision in the end. I think it was the right decision in the end, and we could just move on and get on with the football. That's how I like to do it.
Just keep it going.
Yeah.
So, obviously there was a penalty as well. James, we'll start with Kevin as well. But what do you think about the penalty, the decision? Did they get it right?
Yeah, definitely got it right. And I think that the entire game, Ecuador were just a little bit too fast for Qatar. I think they were a little bit shell-shocked. And the keeper was way off, and he got all of Valencia under the ball. Great decision.
Yes. So James, as a goal guy who's a former goalkeeper, you're a goalkeeping coach, a head coach. What do you think about the way how the penalty was taken? Could the keeper have done better?
I mean, a penalty is always a lottery. We've always said this. I mean, yes, you can spend a lot of time practicing them, but at the end of the day, I always say it favours the outfield player. So, I mean, I won't be too critical of Al Shabib, the goalkeeper, but it was a well-dispatched penalty from Valencia, who had an absolutely exceptional game. I think he was treated a little unfairly with some of those tackles that came in.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, he put the ball in the net, and that's what he's there for.
Yes. And folks, who follow South American football, Ecuador is a very physically strong team. They play in the counter-attack. Kevin has his thoughts on them as well. Those of you who looked at the Copa America, anybody who played Ecuador was very difficult. Argentina had a hard time against them. They're a very physical team, just like Colombia and those other teams as well. Obviously, without going into too much details, the first game is 3 points for Ecuador. Qatar, being the host nation, would have liked to have given a better display. Moving forward in the group, we'll start with you, James. How do you think Ecuador is now going to stand now? Are they going to go on and qualify? Because these things are tricky.
Well, this is a great start for Ecuador. I mean, I think they'll go on from strength to strength. I mean, obviously the host nation, we expected a little more from them, to be honest. But I think they were way off the pace of the game. And I think it's a little bit unfair because we saw them in the Gold Cup a few years ago or a year ago. And they looked probably better than what they did today, But again, this is World Cup football. It's a lot faster, the paces, and also the tackles are a lot stronger. So I think they found it very difficult. They obviously had the 12th man in the crowd, but it just wasn't enough for them today to get something out of the game.
Yes. Kevin, what do you think about the overall performance of Ecuador and Qatar?
Well, I know people get bored sometimes with the tactics, but that's why
we're here.
My neck of the woods.
Yes.
So I think usually Qatar play with a 5-3-2. And I think today the coach made a little change. I don't know if it was overthinking on his part and he went 3-4-3 or maybe however you want to call it, So I think they looked a little bit unfamiliar, a little bit disjointed. They looked shell-shocked, out of ideas. He himself, couple of pictures on the touchline, he looked a little bit out of ideas, like he didn't know where to go from here. And I think Ecuador kept it what they knew, 4-4-2. Direct over the top when they get a chance. But I think this performance, I don't know if it's the lack of performance from Qatar, we almost forget that Ecuador is a South American team.
Yep.
They're still full of flair, they're still full of pace and running, and I think we were able to see that today. I think Valencia was unstoppable. He was unplayable in certain phases of the game, and I think Plata was very, very well. And if I want to just special mention to the centre-back, in Cape, left-footed centre-back, plays for Leverkusen. I think if he keeps it up, he's a future one to watch. So I think this game was really important for both teams to get 3 points because we know Senegal are good.
Yeah.
Netherlands are the favourites. So I think Ecuador could really manage themselves maybe even coming out of the group.
Yeah. Because, in previous years, I've been following South American football. Ecuador has always done well in qualifiers and they tend to kind of struggle at the World Cup. I don't know what's the reason. But this is the first time they really look pretty solid in the first game. I know Qatar depending on who you ask, they didn't step up to their usual standard because they have some talented players in there, James. James mentioned a couple before. But, James, what do you think, before we move on to other topics, about Qatar's chances of getting out of the group?
I want to say they're there just to make up the numbers, which is a very unfair statement, as I say, especially being the host. So
Yeah.
a lot of people are probably going to be against me saying that. But when you look at the group, it's going to be very tough. I mean, can they get anything against Senegal? I doubt. Well, against Holland, I doubt. So really, they're going to be the basement boys, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard for me to disagree with that, but football has a tendency to. This is why we love the game. There's a lot of insane things that happen. We've seen teams start off really well and then completely disappear. So we'll see. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, folks. And in case you're wondering where we are, we're down at the RPJ Avenue, Trinidad and Tobago, at Smokey and Bunty's Bar. James, myself, and Kevin are having a good time here. So, folks, we have a lot of things going on, a lot of giveaways. Be sure to stay tuned on our social media, both on EXTV and Smokey and Bunty's as well. And, James, you could tell us about, there's a trip that people could probably look forward to. Tell us about that.
Well, I was just going to say that if you need to get down to Smokey and Bunty's, you could call our friends at Venture World Travel. Obviously, they've given us a wonderful gift for 2 tickets to Tobago for 2 lucky guests, that come down. But we want you to come down and support us here at the bar and enjoy it, because at the end of it, it's a great atmosphere. It's going to build, obviously, right up to that final on the 18th of December. And as I say, there could be 2 lucky winners get that wonderful prize. And there'll be other prizes too. There'll be lots of beer and lots of other things as well. We will pick out the best dressed fan every day and a whole bunch of things. So it's a great atmosphere. And, we really look forward to seeing you all here at Smokey and Bunty's on the Avenue.
Right. And also, just to throw something to spice things up, I'm going to throw in a copy of FIFA 23 for some of the trivia. We're going to put it in there on social media, and for everyone who comes down here, we'll have a giveaway of FIFA 23 as well. So we have lots of incentives, folks. So, with that being said, we're going to head along. Obviously, this is a bit, I shouldn't say off topic because it's highly relevant. Karim, we saw this while we were getting ready to set up. Karim Benzema, folks. France is now, without this guy. He's a major player. He just won the Ballon d'Or. I think everybody who's a neutral fan was happy for this guy. He's a major component of the French attack. James, we'll start with you. How does this affect France's World Cup chances? Or their
I
campaign?
think this is detrimental to France. I mean, obviously they lost Kimpembe a few days ago. Now Benzema. They obviously lost Kante and Pogba before. I mean, I don't know what they did to deserve this, because this is a team that we thought would be a potential champion. I mean, I think it's going to have a huge effect on the team. But at the end of the day, they have younger players coming through, so maybe it's a chance for some younger player to come and make a name for himself. But it's a terrible thing, because when I watched their training session yesterday and saw the injury, it didn't look too bad, but I think he's pulled something in his thigh. And it's funny because a lot of people said before Benzema was holding off a little bit in his club form, waiting for the World Cup, and now he's out. And also to even think about is he obviously won the Ballon d'Or, and then Mane finished second, and he's also out too. So what is going on,
Yeah, what's happening? Kevin, what do you think? How does this affect France's campaign? Le Bleu?
Well, as you said, I think everybody, as a neutral fan, would have been happy with the comeback that Benzema made, being frozen out of the France squad for various reasons, and then making that comeback. It's a huge blow, and I know there's a lot of injuries in this World Cup, and people have their opinions on it, and I like to look at it as in a positive way. We might see the breakout of a new star,
Right.
a new leader of the team, or leader of in the goal scoring, and but also Nkuku has been ruled out as well, and I think he was something that I was looking at. So I still think France have a terrific squad. They have Griezmann who could step in. They have Coman. A lot of them could do the job, and I, being a Chelsea fan, I think that Giroud is heavily underrated as a target player. So I think once Giroud on the team to at least give it that experience and that knock up top, they can get you it. But how far they will go, I didn't really have France going too far anyway. But we'll see. We have a saying in Trinidad, football is played on the day. So we never know.
Yes, I agree. So that's it. That's why we love this game, because there's so much variables, and this is a discussion for another time. We'll probably have one of those watch along folks with Kevin, James and myself and other people as well, where we'll discuss, the World Cup taking place in December, and also the fact that there's so much injuries going on. It's affected a lot of the squads, not just France. Benzema is just the one that we most recently know about. Teams like Argentina and other teams have had problems, England and so on. So we'll talk about that as well. We're gonna head across to the other topics. There's games tomorrow. So, obviously there's a couple games, England and so on will be playing, Netherlands as well. So, the first game we'll probably talk about is, which one you want to talk about first, guys?
Well, I am looking forward to the America versus Wales game. I mean,
let's talk about the Senegal
well,
one.
the Senegal one, yeah.
The director made us decide.
I mean, I know we have a few Dutch fans here in the bar today, and they're really looking forward to that. And this is a Dutch team that has a lot of quality. I mean, I'm very excited to see Xavi Simons, a young midfielder playing for PSV on loan from PSG. Fantastic talent. And there's so much oozing in that squad. I mean, it's obviously Van Gaal's kind of last hurrah, as they say, And also, even their goalkeeper, I mean, what a story that is. 39 years old. I mean, it comes to play for Ajax. He's number 3, makes it to number 1, and now he's the Dutch national team goalkeeper. So really excited. And then how will Senegal deal with no Sadio Mane?
Yes.
So it's really interesting. What do you think, Kev?
Well, I had Senegal coming out of the group as well, but I think Mane is more than just a presence on the field. I think he's also a presence off the field.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they could recover what he lost on Mane, and especially with Ecuador having his buffer now of 3 points. They know going into that particular game against Senegal will be good. But the Netherlands-Senegal should be an exciting game. 2 very attacking teams. Lots of pace, a lot of trickery, a lot of one-on-ones, what we like to see down here in Trinidad.
Yeah.
And, the Netherlands kind of shape the way we in Trinidad do a lot of our gameplay and coaching.
Yeah.
A lot of our coaching modules are streamed from the Netherlands. So I know a lot of fans down here will be looking forward to that game. So I probably just put Netherlands as slight favorites for this one.
Yeah, I agree. It's a cliche saying, but it's one of the best teams to not win the World Cup. I love them. I think what they try to do in football is exciting. The whole total football thing, and they're always trying to be innovative with the game. So obviously there's other games as well. So tomorrow I think we'll try to do analysis of all of them. But there's so many games folks coming in quick and fast. So the other one is Iran versus England. So let's hear about that one.
Well, as a Scot, I mean, obviously, they say that we don't like England, but I mean, this is a very, very good England squad.
I don't believe that at all.
Oozing with talent, there's a lot of players left home, and I mean, for example, my son loves Phil Foden,
Yeah.
He reminds me of a
That
young
must be
Tom.
painful, James.
It is very painful as a Scot,
Yeah.
But really looking forward to that game. I think England will have enough to take care of Iran, but
Right.
at the end of the day, you just never know because football has changed. And I don't want to say the smaller nations, but these nations are creeping up, to be able to compete. So I think England will scrape through it. I don't think it'll be as easy as you think, but it's a World Cup. We never know.
Yep. So Kevin, obviously from a tactical perspective, Southgate is not a typical English manager. He likes that 5 at the back. Sometimes he plays with the centre backs and so on. And of course, everybody's favorite defender, Maguire, is in the squad. Comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about that. But Southgate has stuck with his man. England, like the other teams, has injuries. So usually we always hear the usual. It's coming home. It's coming home.
Yeah.
It's very premature to speak about that now. But what do you think about this game and also England's chances?
Well, England on paper always have a chance.
Yeah.
Always have a chance. I don't know if it's the familiarity of the Premier League. We know all the players. We follow them a lot. So they always have a chance. Southgate, I would say, named a controversial squad. Left out some big names. I thought that Tomori had a great shout to get coming in the World Cup. Ivan Toney, I thought should have been there. Maybe Tammy Abraham had a slight shout as well. But he named the squad. As you say, he stick to his guns. And tactically, they're very good. They're very exciting in the final third. Solid in the midfield, solid at the back for the most part.
Yeah.
Pickford tend to have good games for England.
Yeah.
But as James said, I don't think it's cut and dry. Iran was within a goal of coming out of the group last World Cup. And they tend to play well with the back against the wall. It's something about maybe the nation overall, the world kind of against them. So they stick together. And what people don't know is that the 2 forwards are fantastic. I think Terimi is one of the best centre forwards that we don't know about.
Yeah.
He plays for FC Porto.
Right.
Great player. And Asnoun has been named the Iranian Messi.
Yeah.
So he's very, very talented, and they could find the net. So any team that could find the net, solid, they play in a solid 4-4-2. I think they may pose a threat, but England should just about get this one. And if not, Southgate has some serious questions to answer, I think.
Yep. And the thing is, you really don't know, and I'm not picking on England, but you really don't know what you're going to get with this team sometimes. I remember back in 2014, you were out in the group stage. Even you go far back in 2006, they had the golden generation.
Yeah.
And, that's a discussion that always comes up every World Cup. Why does, what happens with England? So, we'll see. Maybe this time they might get it right. Who knows?
Well, one of the things, Andre, I'd love to see them do is, Kevin mentioned Pickford. He's been good and solid for England, but he makes a lot of mistakes over time. I would love to see them give Ramsdale a game because I think he's been absolutely phenomenal for Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think Southgate will, because he tends to like the players he likes,
right.
And that's why he's left certain players home.
Mm-hmm.
But really, I think that would make a huge difference for England.
Yes. So, folks, let us know what you think in the comment section below about the chances for all the teams. There's so many games, so many topics. Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comment section below. And of course, just a reminder, if you didn't know, we're here at the Arapita Avenue down at Smokey and Monty's, where we're hanging out, relaxing. If you want to take in the games, this is the spot to be. Come down. It's as close, as James said, it's as close to Qatar as you can get. It's pretty hot. We're sweating. I had to spend 5 hours in makeup to try to look a little okay, folks. I had these guys waiting.
No comment there from me, but never mind.
So,
but as you say that, Andre, we're thinking that there's one more game,
Yes.
America
I know.
playing versus Wales. Obviously, the passion that drove Wales to get through and to qualify. Obviously, it ended up basically putting out Scotland, because we obviously lost to Ukraine, and then obviously Wales beat Ukraine. But I'm very happy to see Wales there. I think they have an excellent squad. Kiefer Moore, Gareth Bale, Aaron Ramsey, Hennessy, the goalkeeper. So they have a lot of talent as well.
Yeah.
And I think they could really cause a problem in this group. And then they're up against an American team, again, full of talent. Pulisic is somebody that a lot of the American fans think is going to light up the tournament, so it's going to be a very, very exciting game.
Yep, Greg Berhalter and his men. Landon Donovan, of course, fan the Flames like the Americans usually do. As you can tell, folks, there's an atmosphere here, so if you're hearing that in the background, there's a lot going on. But, what do you think about Greg Berhalter's squad and, the general American attitude that, listen, they don't just say they're going to enter. They always say they're going to win, And Landon Donovan, maybe he was trolling all of us. Bruce Arena said it back in 2002 that USA, Pulisic and those guys, they're going to go for the win. What do you think about that?
Being from Trinidad, we have I don't know about you, but I have I wouldn't say I dislike, but I don't like to see America do well.
Yeah.
Partly it's maybe a Scotland, England thing, but it's partly because one, they call the game soccer, and I can't stand that.
Agreed.
Yeah, but funny enough, this squad is a good squad.
Yeah.
Very, very talented squad there. For the first time, I think it's a fully European-based squad. Maybe bar one or two players.
Yeah.
But most of the core of the team is playing in Europe and top leagues in Europe. So that's something that they have. I think this guy from Leeds, Aronson, is a fantastic player. He defends from the front, quick. Tyler Adams, they're good. They could come out of the group, but I have more money on Iran to come out of the group. Wales, I think this is a bit of redemption for Aaron Ramsey. I think since he left Arsenal, went to Juventus, didn't quite work out for him. A lot of people wrote him off. And you got to remember, he's only 26 or 27 years old still. So
it seems like he's been around forever.
So, I think he might be coming with something to prove. And Bale has been in red hot form. Yes, MLS, but red hot form coming in. So it'll be a tough game, but I don't like to predict games, but going for a tight one. But I think Wales can actually come out on top. But America winning the World Cup, no. Quarterfinals maybe. Yeah. But at best. But it's a tough group.
Right. So folks, you can let us know what you think I said in the comment section below about these games. I know everybody has different interpretations of these games. This is why we love the game. The three of us could look at the same game and draw totally different conclusions. That's why we love the game, So, like I said, you'll come down, we'll be looking at the games here. The three of us will be here amongst other people. We'll be having a lot of fun activities, giveaways and things like that. So, James, before we go, just to mention one more time, that trip that everybody was talking about, I think we should mention it again. We'll be doing a lot of questions, trivia and stuff for the people who can't physically make it. And also when you come down here and you buy stuff from the bar, you automatically qualify. We'll probably make you fill out a little form, I guess, just to help your chances. That, I'm giving you a little secret. That may increase your chances of probably winning the trip. So, with that being said, we're going to head out. And any final thoughts, guys?
Well, first of all, I want to win that trip. It's a great trip to Tobago.
Hosts are not allowed to enter.
There's also going to be other prizes, like I say, and also to shout out to all our sponsors, Venture World Travel, Biotech, who are doing a great job in keeping us,
sanitized
with total disinfectation in the bar, but also in our homes as well. And there'll be lots of other sponsors come on board too. another thing to remember is obviously we've got our fans out there in Suriname, in Trinidad and Tobago, you know, as well. So and
Malaysia.
all over the world. So we hope that you're enjoying the show. We hope you get involved. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all these things, and just enjoy the World Cup, because at the end of the day, there is a lot of controversy about it, but we're here to have World Cup fever, to enjoy it, and to just have a good time.
Yes. So we'll end things off, folks. You know, Kevin, it's been a pleasure. Kevin will be with us to give us some, you know, his insights and, you know, clever analysis. So we'll have, you know, 3 heads put together and see what we can get it done. We'll probably have a little fantasy league as well. We'll probably start that up as well. So we'll have some fun. So, folks, once again, it's been an absolute pleasure. Come on down and stay tuned, because we'll be here for the next 30 days. And not just World Cup, but just football in general. There's lots happen in this game. So stay tuned for more.
Yeah.